Hello everybody and welcome to This Week in Halo. Today's video is special. As you can tell, I've got the webcam whipped out. Do you like the poster? I think the poster's pretty damn cool. I put it up the other day and I absolutely love it. But This Week in Halo Studios, or 343, whatever you want to call them, have not learnt their lesson. Now you're going to ask me, Remy, what have they done now? Well, it's just pure greed at this point. They released the Halo 5 Master Chief, they released Blue Team. I spoke about it a bit before, image on screen here. I was like, it'll definitely be in the shop. I didn't realize they were going to crank the prices to $40. For me in Australia and some people in New Zealand, it's like $80 to $90. It's almost the full price of a AAA game for some cosmetics on the game. Halo Infinite is heading to 4 years old. 4 years! And we're having pricing like that. Sean W. already did a McShop update, but when I saw what they did, you can literally get Helldivers if you live in America for $1 extra. Why would you buy cosmetics on Halo Infinite when you can literally get Helldivers? And Helldivers is fun. I'm not saying Halo Infinite isn't fun, but I am saying I would rather real content than cosmetics in the shop. The reason why these prices have gone up is one, people keep buying it. These ludicrous prices are because people keep on buying these bundles and they're buying them so much that the prices keep going up. That is not all we have to talk about today. It is a brand new Halo Infinite update. There is some new content on the game. There are 2 new game modes. There are some new maps, as well as some other stuff happening in the Halo scene. So with that said, we've got a lot to talk about today. This is This Week in Halo. Let's get into the video. So first up today, the brand new Halo Infinite update launched on the game. Operation Blue Team is live and people are very mixed on the reception as Halo Studios has yet again ignored the community. They have doubled down and done the opposite of what people wanted. You know, when I do these videos, I'm always neutral, I'm always balanced. If there's something bad, I say it's bad. If there's something good, I say it's good. These sort of actions do not build up trust. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. What they did was they raised prices of the microtransactions again. They cranked up the FOMO, the fear of missing out, and on the whole, it shows that they will absolutely milk the silent majority of players who aren't on social media until they actually stop buying things. The only reason why prices have gone up on Halo Infinite is because people keep buying this shit. Not only that, but with the exclusive limited time tag, oh my god, so cool, you better get it before it expires, you can buy 3 sets of armor for the low price of $40 USD. As I said, 1 Helldivers copy please, or Halo MCC on PC if that's your preference. When Halo 4 released armor DLC and it featured the Master Chief armor as well, it was like $3 to $5. Even if you account for inflation, it's $10, and I'm being generous there, not 40. The craziest thing, on Twitter, when I posted about this, people actually defended it. I'm like, you kidding me? Are you serious? A lot of people said, oh, that's how it is on Fortnite. Oh, that's how it is on Call of Duty. It all sucks. I'm sorry. Just because 1 or 2 game studios do it doesn't mean everybody has to do it. I think the Fortnitification of all video games suck. I hate that all these microtransactions are so popular and people just buy them endlessly. The state of Call of Duty is horrible. Really, Fortnite is the only live service that is actually thriving. People hate Call of Duty at the moment. Back to Halo though, and the worst thing is, if you miss out, and here's where the FOMO comes in, if you have to buy these individual Blue Team sets in future, after the exclusive period ends, it's going to cost you 6,200 credits. So $62. You could buy the actual Blue Team on Halo 5 Guardians, the whole game, for $20. 3 times. It is just ludicrous to me. Not just Halo, but the whole state of modern gaming. It's pathetic, frankly. I would pay money for content like campaign DLC, and what's worse, I especially won't buy things from the shop when these practices are getting even more manipulative day by day. From what I heard from X343 Industries developers, and there was numerous of them, they expect pushback on these prices, but to them, it's all noise. The only thing that will change the prices in the shop is if people actually stop buying things. So we're going to continue seeing this trend, but as long as the people who aren't on social media are happy to fork out all of their money for these cosmetics, it's not going to change. All I can say is vote with your wallets. If you think it's horrible, then don't buy things. It's pure greed at this point. Moving on from that, and on a more positive note, there's some good things Halo related this week you need to hear. In terms of new playable content, 2 new game modes have been released. One is Classic Firefight and the other is Hot Swap. Both of these game modes are made in Forge, so shout out to the Halo Forgers, you guys are legends. Classic Firefight is unlimited firefight, just like Halo 3 ODST, featuring skulls and 2 new brand new maps from Halo 3 ODST. This, and I quote, is my favorite firefight experience on Halo Infinite so far. I really enjoyed it. You can keep playing until your heart's content, and then when you're finished, you just evac out of the map. This has been a major request for PvE players, the authentic survival experience. There's no hill to capture, just survive against harder and harder enemies each wave. There's even a bonus round, and it has the exact audio cue too. The forgers who made this said Classic Firefight has been created for 50 different maps. Some of these will be entering matchmaking in future. The other game mode is Hot Swap. It's the latest arena PvP mode where every 30 seconds your loadout changes. I said this last video, but Halo 4 actually had this, and it was a really popular and very fun mode, so I'm happy it's back. It cycles through about 12 to 15 different combinations of loadouts. I managed to find a few games in the playlist which you're watching on screen now, but for the most part, and I cannot stress this enough, the skill-based matchmaking was so strict, I couldn't even find enough games to get highlights for you guys. I've heard reports from people in America who aren't even at my skill level who can't find games in the new mode either. So to Halo Studios again, you really need to look at how strict you're making these game modes. Even the Christmas event that just passed, which is literally just snowball fight, plasma grenades throwing at each other, was so strict nobody could play. And Halo Studios needed to loosen it, just so people could play the game mode. It's another case of these developers not taking into account when it's not peak population. Halo Infinite should be playable all day, not just for 3 hours at peak time. Moving on, and in terms of free armor content this update, Kelly is in the battle pass. I actually really like how she looks. Halo fans are going to be able to unlock a cool helmet and some coatings. You should be able to do a lot with these pieces, so that's a win. I'm not even going to talk about how bad Linda looks. She just looks wrong. As always, we go through the exchange as well. We go through all of the new pieces. Action Block is the one you need to get. If you didn't know, Action Block was actually a $100 skin on eBay. It is now free to unlock. Rest in peace, Halo eBay coating scalpers. It looks cool, and since I have so many Spartan points just lying there, nice to use them for something. Now for me, the best news of this update was that there was a massive crashing problem for both PC and Xbox users. A big fatal error on both devices was discovered, and it had PC users, their game would just close randomly. No freeze, just disappeared. I was crashing like 30 to 40% of my games. I'd play 10 games for the day, 10 BTB games, 3 of them would crash. It was bad. I found some people online who had similar issues. I passed it on to Halo Studios. They replied to me and they said they were working hard on a fix. It rolled out yesterday and I haven't crashed since. The update size is 14 gigabytes on Xbox, 500 megabytes on Steam. The last piece of Halo Infinite goodness you need to know this week is that Halo Studios has completely revamped the playlist list to make things easier to find games in. On screen, I'm scrolling through the list so you can see what's available. Quick Play is much better. It has way better variety in terms of game modes, and so does Arena Social. Unfortunately, Delta Arena, the classic Halo experience, has been removed. It's now been integrated into Arena Social. In saying that, all of the Action Sack modes, like all the fun party-like game modes, that's been put directly into Action Sack. So if you're actually goofing off and just having fun, you can play it there. That's a good change. Action Sack also has Infection, so if you're looking for Infection, it's there. This brings me to upcoming content, and there hasn't been that many leaks. Halo Studios is trying really hard to stop leaks happening in the future, but today we have a couple. Big Team Battle will be receiving a map refresh in the not too distant future. I'm pretty sure many different playlists are slated for map refreshes in the next 6 months, so keep an eye out for that. Forgers have already been hard at work creating new maps for BTB, and the new game mode that will be coming out with the refresh will be Big Team Extraction. Actually sounds pretty fun, as 24 players will all be converging on one point. Sure, Halo Studios will announce it in future. And that's it. That's the entire Halo update and everything you needed to know. There's some quite large classic Halo news that's coming out soon, and I'll cover it as soon as it's available. The big takeaway from this video I want you guys to be vocal about is the pricing. I am sick and tired of Microsoft throwing their damn weight around and trying to milk Halo players who are supporting the franchise. I will continue to not buy anything from the shop because frankly, the pricing is ludicrous. Do better. If you guys agree in any way, leave the video a like. It helps with the algorithm as always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.